Welcome to our Gym Challenge, Premier Challenge, League Challenge. I already messed it up. We're in Pico Rivera, California. I'm Dennis Geisler. I got Chargebug with me. We're about to jump into our first round, which is already underway here. It's our Senior Division matchup between Charlie and Zoe-Anne. Charlie, our Vancouver Regional Senior Division champion, a regional champion that we have here. On the far side there with Calyrex Ice, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Raging Bolt, Pelipper, Landorus Incarnate, and Amoonguss. Zoe-Anne running the Terapagos team with Heatran, Ogerpon, Cornerstone, Fluttermane, Incineroar, and Rillaboom. I believe this is turn number 1 still. Either turn 1 or turn 2. See Ogerpon go for that Ivy Cudgel into the Landorus slot. Gonna do some pretty solid damage. Sandsear Storm misses the Terapagos, so it's not going to break the Terra Shell there. Will bring Ogerpon down to Sturdy. Not sure if it was necessary for the crit there, for it to bring down to that level, but if the Calyrex goes for an attack here, then it's probably going to follow up. A weird noise. Glacial Lance comes out. That'll take down the Ogerpon. It will also break the Terra Shell now, but Calm Mind does get off for the Terapagos, so overall not a terrible turn for Zoe-Anne, although Charlie is making progress. There's the Chilling Neigh, getting that one proc off. And Terapagos healing a little bit up. If 2 or 3 more of those leftovers procs, and it'll bring it back up to the Terra Shell, although obviously that's not going to matter too much in not that long. Fluttermane out here, that is going to be a real nice thing to have in here. That Fluttermane does have the Icy Wind, so it will be able to probably pick up the knockout on the Landorus with the Icy Wind, and then could start rolling from there. So Zoe-Anne might go a different direction. See what Charlie wants to do as well. These are 2 very offensive Pokemon. Not really much for them to do other than click protect or just click moves. Fluttermane will protect here. Landorus does as well, so only the restricteds moving so far. Terapagos with the Terra Starstorm, +1 into the Calyrex, single target. That does solid damage, not going to pick up the knockout. Glacial Lance going the other direction, obviously not going to hit the Fluttermane, and probably not going to knock out the Terapagos, though will do pretty good damage. Brings it down to pretty low HP, but not going to pick up the knockout, as mentioned. Might be time here for Zoe-Anne to hit the go button, try to go for that Icy Wind, Terra Starstorm. Could go a little bit less aggressive than that, though, I suppose. As long as you do things in order here. Landorus doesn't really have a way to avoid damage. And I doubt that a Moonblast wouldn't take out the Landorus here. And we know that the Terra Starstorm will take out the Calyrex, so not a bad position for Zoe-Anne to be in. Get that Moonblast off, that'll take down the Landorus there. And the Calyrex should drop to Terra Starstorm now. There it is. Let's see if it was a roll. It was a roll. Barely takes that hit, and Glacial Lance the other direction. That'll be a double knockout, and that should probably decide game 1 there. That is a rough roll for Zoe-Anne. Or maybe the first Terra Starstorm was a very good roll. But in any case, Charlie absolutely going to probably roll over the rest of this game. Has the +3 Calyrex now, and it's just the Incineroar remaining. Incineroar probably will be able to take out the Calyrex with just the Fake Out, but whatever is there in the back will probably be able to take out Incineroar. Yeah, that's an Urshifu. That's going to get things done. Is that a Rika cosplay? That's really good. I think I knew that Charlie was running the Rika cosplay on the player, but that's really good. I like that. Urshifu, yeah, that is Rapid Strike, so Urshifu's probably going to finish this one off, and we'll head to game number 2. Calyrex with a Protect there, going to keep it around through probably a Fake Out here, so yeah, there's the Fake Out, and I expect Surging Strikes here, and I'd be surprised if Incineroar was able to take this one. It is Rocky Helmet, so it is actually going to deal a bit of damage back to the Urshifu. It's actually going to take this hit, I think. Not with a lot of HP remaining, but it's going to be pretty close. And nope, Incineroar taken down, one hit by the Urshifu, and Charlie going to take our game number 1 here in our Seniors Division Showdown. A tough break for Zoe-Anne there. That was definitely... it was seriously doable. That was definitely a possibility for Zoe-Anne to win that one, and Charlie's Calyrex just ate that second Terra Starstorm just a tiny bit better than the first one, and that was what made all the difference. If you're new to competitive Pokemon, the Seniors Division is... man, now I'm forgetting the exact ages. I believe it's ages 12 or 13 to 17. So, definitely our next generation of great players here. Obviously, Charlie already being a regional champion, and we've seen champions at the senior division level rise up and become champions at the Masters division level, and Charlie could certainly do that in the future, and I mean, from that first game, Zoe-Anne was playing very well. I think that obviously a bit of weird luck, I'm not going to necessarily say bad luck, but certainly weird luck influenced that one. So both these players, I'm curious to see what they do for the rest of this bracket. The Masters players love you would think that the fully grown Masters players would fare well against the Seniors Division players, but that isn't always how it comes, how it turns out. A lot of the Masters Division players struggle against these Senior Division players who are just playing really well. In any case, game number 2, I am curious to see, if Zoe-Anne decides to change things up. Obviously, I do think the Icy Wind into the Landorus is a nice adaptation that I would like to see, because 1, it makes the Terapagos faster than the Landorus. Most likely, I'd be surprised if it wasn't. And 2, it just does a ton of damage to Landorus. It honestly could. I doubt it'll knock it out in one hit, but it'd probably do a lot of damage. Game number 2. Charlie up 1-0 here. This is round number 1 of our tournament, although seniors will be on a little bit of a different level. We have 26 players here today, I believe. 24 Masters and these 2 seniors. And, ooh, bit of a different lead for Charlie. It's going to be the Urshifu and the Landorus. Fluttermane alongside the Terapagos on Zoe-Anne's side, so different on both sides, with one of the mons the same, one of them different. Although both of them brought in that last game. It's going to be a top 8 cut on the Masters end with 24 participants, so see how that turns out. 5 rounds. That was loud, sorry. Adjust my microphone. Chargerbug isn't talking too much right now. We'll see if he decides to participate later. He's boosting my special attack, though, and that's what's important. Urshifu is going to swap out here. Probably a smart decision. Would have gotten lit up by a Moonblast, although it is Choice Scarf, so maybe not. Calyrex is going to come in, so this is the lead from last game, but switched in with the Calyrex. Moonblast going into the Landorus slot does about half its HP. Does drop the special attack. That's a pretty big drop right there. Sandsear Storm going to miss Fluttermane. That's not ideal. Going to hit the Terapagos, so that'll do pretty decent damage. Well, not great damage, but it's not very effective, and it's at -1, so pretty tough turn of events there, but I don't think that Landorus will have to worry too much about it now, because it gets taken out by the Terra Starstorm. So, bit of an unfortunate turn 1 for Charlie, although at the end of the day, you do still get the Terra Shell broken, and you get Calyrex in here. Gonna be Urshifu coming back out again. Fluttermane blocking the camera. Big ol' head blocking the camera. Couple of options for Charlie here. I think basically anything Urshifu does is probably going to get rid of one of these 2 Pokemon. Either the close combat into the Terapagos, probably going to do a lot of damage, might not pick up the knockout, or the Surging Strikes into the Fluttermane, which will almost certainly get rid of it, but Urshifu probably also won't outspeed anything here. I'm going to see the Terra. It's going to be the Terra Ghost on the Urshifu Rapid Strike. I'm curious to see where this goes. It is nice into this specific matchup, as Terra Starstorm will not be able to hit it unless Terapagos goes for the Terastallization. It's a lot of the word Terra in the same spot. It also makes you not immediately drop to Moonblast. Another special attack drop. Not going to matter for Urshifu, but does get the close combat off, does knock out the Terapagos, so at the end of the day, you do get rid of the other team's restricted, and that is one of the most important things in this format. And if this is a Glacial Lance here, or even if it's a, with the Glacial Lance, I have to assume this is going to knock out the Fluttermane. Single target, Glacial Lance, yeah, Fluttermane's gone. That's a double knockout for Charlie, and that'll put Charlie in a very good spot to win this game number 2. That weird, weird defensive Terra Ghost. It's not something you see out of these Urshifus very often, the Terra Ghost, but clearly worked there. Always an option. Anything that flexes you away from your primary typing is a viable defensive typing. Calyrex with the clear amulet, able to avoid getting intimidated. Urshifu does get the drop, but still with a pretty strong close combat, and still should be faster than anything on the field with the Choice Scarf. I had to click the table to confirm that was Choice Scarf. We're gonna get the Urshifu swapping out here. Charlie playing a little bit on the defensive side, and certainly has the ability to, has the Pokemon lead here. There's the final Pokemon, Pelipper. Might have been the final Pokemon in the first game, I don't really know. But it's certainly the final Pokemon here. Calyrex is going to protect, so just going to stall out this Fake Out turn. And that was indeed a Fake Out. And we'll see what the Ogerpon was going to do. I'd imagine it was Ivy Cudgel. Ooh, it's Ivy Cudgel into the Pelipper. That'll do some pretty good damage. Yeah, pick up the knockout. But the important thing is that Urshifu is now able to change its move. Probably will be able to Surging Strikes one of these targets, and I think either of them will drop to a Surging Strikes here, so... Also stall out the Fake Out turn, which is important. Difficult decisions for Zoe-Anne now. You are able to pull attention away with the Follow Me, but I don't think Ogerpon, especially in the... in the rain, nothing is going to take a Surging Strikes right now. And this Calyrex does have the high horsepower to do extra damage to the Incineroar. Although we're going to see the Terra here to make that a little bit different. It is the Terra Ghost on the Incineroar. Makes sense, takes away the weakness to high horsepower, although it does keep it neutral to high horsepower and also makes it a little bit more susceptible to the Glacial Lance in a one-on-one endgame. Urshifu with the Surging Strikes into the Ogerpon. That'll pick up the knockout eventually. Probably? Yeah, that's going to pick up the knockout. Sturdy not going to do anything when you hit him 3 times. That'll be it for the Ogerpon, and it's back down to just the Incineroar once again. Incineroar with the knockoff into the Urshifu will pick up the knockout, so we're in a one-on-one spot here between the Incineroar and the Calyrex. Incineroar does have the type advantage in a couple ways. The Calyrex is also +1, and just a pretty strong horse right there. Yeah, going for the Glacial Lance straight up, calling the Terastal, and that'll do a lot of damage. The Incineroar is gonna have to pick up the knockout with this knockoff to win this game. Might have to be a crit, not gonna be enough. And that'll be a Glacial Lance, and that'll be Charlie winning our first round 2-0. Zoe-Anne certainly made it close in both of those games, certainly got down to decent spots, but Charlie plays so well around that Calyrex ice, and the Vancouver Regional Champion going to take a first round here. We'll see how far he can go in against the Masters in this one, because it's pretty good. Again, always fun to see the Senior Division... Hi, it's me and Chargebug again. It's always fun to see these Senior Division players in these tournaments. Again, it's the future of this game. It's been going on for so many years at this point that a lot of players who were seniors are now up to the Masters level, and we get new seniors in, and I mean, it's